Okay, hey guys, as you can see, this is my winter 2013/2014 winter forecast. Now, let's check out some anomalies. That's what I'm going to go over first. This will probably take around 5 to 15 minutes. Anywhere in that range. Probably 10 to 15 actually would be better. Now, initially this would be my gut feeling right here, the slide that I got right here. I have a strange feeling that this will happen, but it's still not my forecast because you can never go by gut feeling. Now, the only reason I didn't say gut feelings is because Jacob Thome actually said gut feelings, so I was like, I don't want to make him feel like I'm copying him. We both talked about that on one of my live streams, what our gut feelings were, and we both had the same ideas of what it was, so I guess he's okay with that. Okay, now this is precipitation. This isn't just my gut feeling, but my gut feeling is this, and actually this is my forecast too, and nature, like, what's it called? Farmer's Almanac does. They go by nature almost always. But this is what that would provide. Except for colder in the west, I really couldn't find anywhere it was warm in the west, strangely enough, that didn't have it warmer in the east too. It's kind of strange trying to look for some precipitation anomalies because they're pretty hard. They're usually messier than the temperature because there's a lot of average areas, but something I change about this. Less precipitation in this area, that's it. I'm right in here, and then more in this area, but I couldn't quite get that, so yeah. But you'll see by my forecast what my idea of what I want is, and then here's kind of what my forecast is and what probably most people's forecasts are for this year. So yeah, more in these areas, and notice, also, I want you guys to really notice this. If you live in, like, Idaho, Colorado, Utah, even Oregon and Washington, California, Nevada, all these areas, don't be scared, or, I think scared wouldn't be the word, but don't be, sad that it's going to be below average temperatures by my forecast, because it's only 4 degrees warmer, which probably won't make that much difference to snow. Also, I think that if you live in Idaho or something, this might, you might get more snow because of this, because usually it's, sometimes there's more precipitation in the warm. So just don't get sad if you live in the west. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, you can look at my anomaly years. Here's my temperature forecast. I think it'll be colder in the west, mainly because the ridge, it kind of comes by like this, and this area is kind of cut off by it. So yeah, kind of comes like this, then comes down like this. Comes up like that. That's kind of how it will be, but colder in the east, warmer in the west, colder in the northwest. Then precipitation-wise, it's more precipitation in the west, and that's usually how it has been for a while. More precipitation, normal precipitation throughout these areas, mainly in here. I kind of put a crack through it so I don't have to work as hard. Yeah, call me lazy, call me whatever, but I just like to leave a little crack. So you're either going to be in these areas, you're going to be around normal precipitation in this crack, but, yeah, more precipitation. I think that there is a good chance for a couple clipper systems to come through here. That's why I put more in here. I really think that the most snow will be in this area in Chicago. And then I think we're going to have some Appalachian runners come through here, and that's where this precipitation comes from. And then Florida, I think they're just going to have, all that isolated stuff that they get, or scattered, or whatever you want to call it. But Appalachian runners, they usually cause precipitation for the coast. And I think this year we also do have a chance, let me say that again, a chance for some nor'easters. And I think 1 or 2 is a possibility. 3 might be overdoing it, but 1 would probably be the amount we'd get. I mean, we've already had 3 this fall, and last year we only had 1. That's why it was less chance of a nor'easter. But yeah, here's the actual, now, people definitely do not hold me accountable to this, because I am just playing around. Well, not playing around with my forecast, but I'm definitely not thinking that I'm going to be completely right with this. And here is snowfall inches. And now, I know that almost nobody does this because it's so hard to forecast for, but you know what, I'm just testing around to see if I can actually get it right. So obviously don't take this as a forecast. take it as a possibility and what I would think my initial thoughts are. And it's November, and that's definitely early for predicting the inches. Now, I know it's almost December, but still, you do. I mean, like, it's hard. It's just as hard as forecasting frost, which is probably a little bit harder. But 0 to 2 inches in these areas is my initial thought. I don't think any more. Maybe in the mountains over here, but this is not counting mountains, by the way. So, yeah, there's mountains in here. 30 plus, I just didn't feel like putting too much time into this, so I didn't want to go like, 130 inches, and, I didn't want to do that. But 2 to 10 in this area. Where I live over here, probably around 5 inches, and also around 4 or 5 inches here in Nashville. Oklahoma, probably around 2 or 3. And this doesn't count for ice. Freezing rain in this area, all of these areas actually, will be a possibility. But yeah, here's where I think that I'm doing something a little bit different than everybody. Now here, right here, this is actually snow percentage from all of the precipitation. So basically, it's the amount of snow that will actually be, it's the precipitation that will actually be snow, the percentage of that. So 0 to 15% of the precipitation in these areas will be snow. 10 to 15, or 10 to 20 in this area. 5 to 20. 0 to 15. 50 to 70 in the mountain ranges. This one does count mountains, by the way. 45 to 70 in this area. Really snowing here. 60 to 85 in these areas. Obviously, the most percentage of this will be snow because we've got some huge mountains in here. We've got, it's a mile up in most of these areas. And don't get me wrong, I do think there will be more snow actually in the Chicago area because of below average precipitation. But I'm saying 60 to 85% of the precipitation this winter from December 22nd to March 22nd, I believe, will be 60 to 85% snow, possibly even more. And in this area, we've got 50 to 75%. Whoops. Yeah. Try to hide from me percentage. Wow, what a loser. We've got 45 to 70 in this area. I think that this area, mainly on the western side of this, will have the most snow the entire winter. And then second, I think in this area, because of the Appalachian runners, this little area and this area are going to have the second most precipitation, I must say. But I mean, 30 to 55, 25 to 50, 10 to 25, 10 to 25 right here. Then there's 25 to 50. I think that mainly, like, in this area, we're going to see anywhere south of this 25, anywhere north of this 50, because I'd probably give 25% snow, all of precipitation. So yeah, just find your area and read it out. Taking up a lot of time. And here is basically the most important part of the entire forecast, the overall forecast. Right here, you see I left spaces in between. That doesn't mean that you are nothing. That means that basically you're either or. Find what you're closest to. So, like, obviously, if you live right here, you're probably going to be in this range. What did I just do? Okay. Cold and snow in the mountains, rain at ground level. So basically, if you live on ground level, it's going to be almost all rain. But if you live in the mountains, you'll get snow. Snow in the mountains, rain coastal and ground level, dry and warm. So they don't bring much snow for ground level in these areas. That doesn't mean no snow, but that means mainly rain. Definitely rain dominates here, but warmer than average and less snow than average, but still cold and snowy. Obviously, you cannot take snow away from these areas. There's no chance of no snow in these areas. I mean, that's almost like a 0% chance. It's like a 1% chance of there being no snow in this area. I mean, global warming would have to be in full effect for that to happen. We've got more precipitation, almost all rain. I doubt we'll get rain, but my dad, here's a fun story. My grandma and my dad used to live in Fort Lauderdale, which is basically just north of Miami. One winter they did see snow. Obviously it didn't accumulate, but that just comes to show there is the possibility for flurries down here. So yeah, that's almost as rare as snow in Los Angeles, but I don't even know if that's ever happened. Probably, but right here, winter battle zone, most interesting area, obviously, because it's not all snow, not all rain. It's all these effects, and obviously, freezing rain and stuff can happen everywhere, but it's most common in these areas. I would say Oklahoma, definitely home for freezing rain. Also Texas. I think this area gets a lot of freezing rain. But sleet, obviously a factor. I mean, if you live on the East Coast, you would have known we got some sleet a couple weeks ago. Really rare, but we did get some sleet and snow mix. Sleet and snow mix, yep. Rain, and then there's also mixed events. But I think that if you live on the northern area, snow and mix will dominate. So probably mostly mix and snow for my area. Just rain will happen, but it's not as common. Dry and cold in this area now. I think that this area is going to get some snow. Definitely get some snow. It's going to be colder than average, but it's definitely going to be drier than average too for my forecast. Coldest and the most snow. This area dominates with snow. Definitely, they get most of the snow, inches wise. Obviously, the mountains get more snow, but for ground level areas, Chicago would probably be the hot spot. Warmer than average, but still cold and average precipitation. I do think that most of the cold will come from Canada. We'll get some Canada systems that come down. You know how that works. You get really, just gets colder. It almost looks like it glides down. And it comes right into the East Coast, causing snow for all these areas. It brings low pressure. Those are mainly the snowstorms that we consist of. Now, I was going to do something where I do the amount of snowstorms we actually get per area. Let me know if you think that's a good idea, and I'll do it next year. And now, I think in January or February, I'll be doing my spring forecast. I'll be starting it, so yeah, look out for that. Now let's check out the factors real quick before this video is over. 75% is a positive PNA. I can almost guarantee a positive PNA. That's just what it's looking like. 50% of a negative NAO. 80% of a lanina. I'm almost, you know what? 90, gosh. There's almost no chance of that being anything else right now. 50% of a negative NAO. Or AO, sorry. But NAO and AO usually are almost the same. PNA, I looked at some long-range forecasts, and it looks like it's going to be very positive, and that's really good for some East Coast troughs. And also, if we get a negative NAO, that means blocking, which means snowstorms for the East Coast also. So you definitely want to check on that. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Feel welcome if you would like to. I'm going to have a monthly forecast for winter, so I'm going to actually upload my December forecast probably tomorrow, and then in December I'll upload my January forecast, so on and so forth. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, like it, and if you disliked it, go ahead and dislike. And if you had any problems, or if you wanted to tell me anything, go ahead and comment it or private message me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye now.